Hi YouTube, this is Rain Shine Fine, and I'm coming at you with another video. If you do like the content, please like and subscribe, comment. I really and truly appreciate anybody who has supported me or does like the content. Thank you, and let's go on with the book review. So today I am reviewing the book White Too Long, which is The Legacy of White Supremacy in American Christianity. It is by Robert P. Jones. And it is a pretty good book. I myself, I like to read books about history so I can learn more about why humans are the way they are, how we reached this point. As I've gone on my spiritual journey after awakening, I've been very curious about, for myself, being very knowledgeable about history and why we continue to do things that sort of don't make sense. So for me personally, I did not grow up with a Christian background, although my extended family is heavily religious. Because of the history of Christianity and its violence and religions in general, the violence, the oppression, the slavery, the colonization that is behind basically the spread of mainstream religion, European religions, I really question why do we, as indigenous people, why do we as Afro descendants continue to cling on to a religion that really wasn't for us, didn't have our ancestors in mind, and the icons and imagery of the Christian faith in particular is heavily influenced by Europeans in general. So the book just talks about American Christianity, specifically in the United States, and how people who tend to identify as white Christians are more likely to be racist because of the history of the faith. The Christian church in the United States stood by through lynchings, through Jim Crow, through slavery, and justified the treatment of African Americans and Black people as less than human, as not deserving, as not as pure. And as time has gone on until the present moment, there has been not a lot of accountability, not a lot of self-reflection when it comes to the Christian church. And then this goes, as the book goes further into modern day, in how through police brutality, through protests, through the Black Lives Matter movement, white Christians, particularly Protestants, Catholics, and evangelicals, continue to shy away from just not being very Christian-like in the regard to the treatment of other human beings. I found the book to be quite an easy read. It talks a lot about the misconception or misperception that above the Mason-Dixon line in the North, they were against slavery, and it was a better place. However, during the Great Migration, which is when African Americans from the South left in droves and went to the main cities in the North, seeking more opportunity, they were also met with pretty much the same type of treatment. Though slavery wasn't legal, there were lynchings, persecutions. Basically, African Americans were relegated to just second-class citizens. And so the book talks about, even though there was outright racism back in the day, and Christians say now that that's no more, we're Christians, we don't do that, we recognize that slavery is wrong, we're not racist, but you continue to see that there's a lack of accountability, a lack of a willingness to look in the past and see how the church was very much intertwined with neighborhood watches, redlining so that African Americans could not stay in particular areas, how Christian churches were instrumental in helping to privatize schools after the Brown versus Board of Education ruling, which allowed schools to be integrated. The church was very much a part of racism in the United States. And then you even see today in the book, he talks about surveys that he did and gave to people who believe that they are not racist, but continue to not really support reforms and take a look at themselves. So again, White Too Long by Robert P. Jones. This is The Legacy of White Supremacy in American Christianity. The book really is addressing, as the author is white, is addressing white Christians who identify as white and are involved in the church, and even not involved in the church as much, but they identify as Christians, and how their viewpoints are not explicitly racist, but are still embedded in racism. I found the book to be very interesting, and it really kind of highlights the sort of mentality that you find along the political lines today. And yeah, I mean, it was just a good historical read. Along my spiritual journey, I want to understand why people are the way they are. And if we're all Christians, why is the church such a segregated sector of society? Well, thank you so much. This is Rain Shine Fine. If you really like the content, please like and subscribe or comment, and I will continue to do book reviews. Thank you.